So now let us proceed on the general consideration and protective lighting. So number 1, it was mentioned that lighting needs must be dependent upon threat. Okay, so as we have mentioned a while ago, it should be also protected yung mga bumbilya na in-install natin. An example dun sa mga outdoors na nasabi natin kanina, at least lagyan din natin ng installan din natin ng iron grills, okay, to protect yung mga bumbilya, okay, na in-install natin dun sa area na yon. That will serve as protection from weathers, okay, not only on weathers but in a way na sisirain yung bumbilya natin or yung protective lightings natin. Same as in interior surroundings natin, di ba? Kasi pwedeng gamitin yan ng or pwedeng gawin lang ng intruder natin, sirain yung protective lighting natin. So, yun, kung hindi protected yung lighting na in-install mo, wala man lang grills, iron grills, so pwedeng break lang ng i-break lang ng natin ng intruder. Okay, so it should be also considered na lagyan din natin ng additional protective measure yung pag-i-install natin ng protective lightings natin para hindi madaling ma-counter. Okay, and then we have here the next one. It was designed to discourage unauthorized entry, of course, as we have mentioned a while ago pa rin, for psychological deterrent. And then number 3, it must continuously operate during period of reduced visibility or in darkness or in times of darkness. So, hindi po pwede na especially kapag yung binabantayan natin na area or sabihin natin yung mga materials na meron tayo dun sa loob is mga mamahalin, okay, or valuable materials. So, kinakailangan, in order for us to monitor anything na nangyari or everything na nangyari from the day or from the entire time na madilim dun sa lugar or reduce yung lighting natin or reduce yung visual natin. So, yun, kinakailangan i-on pa rin natin yung mga protective lightings natin. So, it is not practical. Parang hindi practical or sabihin natin, tama nga naman, makakatipid sa paggamit ng kuryente. Okay, kasi current nga naman yung ginagamit natin in producing light also. Yun nga lang ang mangyari, ma-attrist naman yung security ng area nyo. So, it's better for you to turn it on. So, it must continuously operate during the period of reduced visibility. So, the entire period. And then we have here the next one, cleaning and replacement. So, dito rin papasok yung maintenance natin. So, yung mga protective lightings din natin na mga yan, meron ding time na masisira yung mga yan or basta na lang magkakaroon ng defects. So, in order for us to make sure na yan is functioning well, yung mga protective lightings natin ay okay yung functioning niya, then we should need to maintain also, okay, lighting maintenance na gagawin natin. So, yun, pupunas-punasan ninyo or kung ano-ano man in order or just for the sake na mapatagal natin yung lifespan ng mga bumbilya natin or lightings natin. So, that's it. Pwede natin yung gawin. Okay, lighting maintenance also. And then, we have here the next one, weather condition. Consider natin yung weather condition. So, meron tayo yung mention kanina, kung sa area na yan, ideal ba na yung bumbilya na yan na i-install dun sa labas? Kung hindi naman ideal, then, syempre, yung install natin yung ideal na bumbilya. Okay, yung applicable dun sa outdoor. And then, take note, lagyan din natin ng protective materials, yung lightings natin para maiiwasan yung pagkasira due to the weather condition. And then, number 6, fluctuating or erratic voltages in the primary power sources. So, take note, meron yung specific na voltages na kayang or kayang i-produce ng ating main power source, di ba? Kapag kapag nasobrahan 'yan, di ba? Kapag nasobrahan, napakarami ng mga pinag-i-install mo diyan sa diyan sa building mo. Okay? Hindi mo kinonsider yung kung ano yung capacity ng natin ng main power natin, main power source natin, hindi mo kinonsider. Basta ka lang diyan ng lagay ka lang ng lagay diyan, hindi mo kino-consider. That will also sabihin natin secured, parang secured nga yung area mo kasi napakarami mong nalagay or sabihin natin talagang siguradista ka. Okay? Magiging napakaliwanag yung area mo. Ang disadvantage naman yan, it will be a risk dun sa building mo kasi pwedeng mag-cause yan ng sunog. Okay? Mag-cause ng electrical problems. So, yun, it can cause also or it can lead to fire. So, kailangan mo ding i-consider yung power source mo. And then we have here the next one, requirements for grounding of fixtures and the use of common ground on the entire line to provide a stable ground potential. So, dito naman, papasok dyan yung mga experts natin in electrical installation. So, yan, kailangan din yan para ma-make sure na yung mga wirings ng mga lightings natin, those wirings that connected to those lightings natin, positioning, okay, and etc. are well placed. Kinakailangan dyan yung lighting or electrical experts natin, okay, to consider those factors. So those are only some of the general consideration and protective lighting. So take note of those 7 considerations that was mentioned. Now let us proceed on the principles of protective lighting. So it was mentioned under number 1, good protective lighting is achieved by adequate and even light upon bordering areas. So na-emphasize po dyan yung word na adequate. So pag sinabi po kasing adequate, yan po ay sapat. Okay, so meron po tayo madidiscuss natin later on yung different types of lighting or protective lighting. Okay, madidiscuss natin yan later on. And then bawat kind or klase ng protective lighting, meron kanya-kanyang purposes yan or uses. So meron yung mga lighting na pwedeng pang outdoor, meron din yung iba pang indoor lang. So yan, madidiscuss natin later on. So take note of the adequate. So tignan ninyo kung yung lighting ba na i-install mo dyan sa area na yan is ideal ba or it can serve or it will create an adequate visual observation doon sa area na yun. Baka mamaya, sabihin natin sa parking lot, ang in-install mo incandescent lamp na napakaliit na bumbilya. Okay, is that an ideal kind of protective lighting na i-install doon sa labas? So usually, ang incandescent lamp, they are used for indoor purposes. Hindi po yan pwede or hindi yan applicable or ideal na gamitin natin as protective lighting natin in parking areas, okay, na malalawak. So yun, hindi po yun po pwede. Just take note po dito sa number 1, it was emphasized adequate protective or adequate lighting should be provided. And then it was mentioned also there, the principle on the lights that we install should serve as or it will serve as glaring lights on the eyes of intruder natin. So at least nakakasilaw sana dun sa mga intruders natin, not on our security guards. Baka mamaya yung protective lightings natin, it is a disadvantage dun sa security guards natin. Baka ang nasisilaw naman dyan, sabihin natin nakatutok sa mga security guards natin yung mga bumbilya. So wrong positioning ng protective lightings natin. So yun, it will take us or it will serve as a disadvantage instead of serve as protective lighting natin. Disadvantage on the part of our security guards. So take note, dapat ang nasisilaw dyan sa mga pailaw natin yung mga intruders natin. So yun, para hindi nila din maobserbahan yung mga security guards natin. So it is somewhat related dun sa glare projection type of lighting na madidiscuss natin later on. So yun, kabaliktaran din, yung mga ruta kasi meron yung 'di ba, ang mga security guards natin, they are not only staying on their post. Meron din yung iba, they conduct patrol. So yung area kung saan sila usually dumadaan, at least lesser illumination. Okay, lesser lighting or yung illumination ng light medyo hindi masyadong observable kung nadadaan yung security guards natin. Anong purpose nun? Kasi it can also or it will act as a deterrent in a way na it will serve also, or not deterrent but actually for apprehension. Okay, it could serve as surprise apprehension dun sa mga intruders natin. So yun, hindi nila makikita masyado yung security guards, meron palang nagpapatrol. Yun, ang focus natin yung mga point of entries usually. Okay, yung possible point of unauthorized entry, yun yung lagyan natin na or yung i-focus natin yung contrast ng ilaw natin, yung illumination yung bright illumination ng mga ilaw natin. So, dun natin i-focus. Wag dun sa root ng ating mga security guards. Okay? And then we have here in number 2, it was mentioned, in planning protective lighting, high brightness contrast between intruder and background should be the first consideration, as we have mentioned a while ago. With predominantly dark, dirty surfaces or camouflage type painted surfaces. Kasi meron yung mga, di ba, yung mga buildings natin, it is composed of different paints also. Or yung mga walls ng ating mga buildings, it is composed or it is painted with different colors. So, meron yung mga colors natin na dark, di ba? So, kinakailangan yung install natin doon na brightness din or ng, kasi di ba, meron sa mga bumbilya natin, meron yung 8 watts, meron yung 9 watts, and then yung the higher watts, the higher brightness or higher illumination, di ba? Illumination na, or yung ilaw na naibibigay ng bumbilya natin. So, yun, meron yung mga areas na napinturahan ng dark surface, dark colors, then it should be needed na yung employ natin is yung brighter. Okay? Yung mga bumbilya which can provide a brighter illumination para may consider natin yung principle number 1 natin, achieve or adequate, okay? Adequate lighting. So that is what is being mentioned in our number 2. Okay? So take note of that. Consider mo na yung mga surfaces, color ng surfaces, and installation of those kind of or the level of brightness of the protective lightings that we will be installing. And then next one we have here on number 3, when the intruder is darker than his background, na-mention dito yung silhouettes or outlines. So makikita nyo po dyan sa picture, yung tinutukoy po natin na silhouette, parang anino po yan. Okay? Yung tinutukoy natin dyan, yung mga anino. So meron kasi yung mga areas na masyadong napakalawak, diba? And then it is not practicable for us to install or to hindi natin ma-installan lahat-lahat yung area, okay, ng mga ilaw, okay, mga protective lighting. So, anong pwede natin gawin doon? So, bigyan natin ng pansin yung possible point of entry. So, yun lang yung pwede nating lagyan. Okay, kahit not necessary na lagyan natin ng pailaw lahat ng area. Ang pinaka-importante dyan, yung possible point of entries, yun yung lagyan natin ng pailaw. Para at least, kung hindi man sapat yung nailagay natin na protective lights, okay, yung illumination niya, at least makita natin yung mga silhouettes or yung mga anino or yung outline ng mga intruders kung sakali. Okay? So, yan yung pwede nating matukoy dyan, especially in wide areas. Okay? Wide areas that we are protecting. And then yan, na-mention dyan yung stripes, use of stripes on walls. O nasabi nila, in some defenses or in some opinions or in some findings nila, those stripes on walls will serve or can serve also as a visual observation on the part of the security guards or in part of personnel. Kasi doon makikita mo yung makikita mo daw yung or it can provide recognizable breaks in the installation. So, mapapansin mo kung merong nakatayong tao doon or merong dumadaan, kunwari. Okay? So, yan yung na-mention dyan sa number 3. So, it can create a good observation on conditions. So, as you can see in our picture also. And then we have here in number 4, 2 basic systems or combination of both may be used to provide practical and effective protective lighting. So, number 1 na mention na dyan, light the boundaries and approaches as we have mentioned a while ago then. So, kinakailangan ang pinaka-importante talaga dyan, yung point of entries, yung consider natin bright illumination of lights natin. And then, the second one, light the area and structures within the general boundaries of the property. So, yun, maganda rin yung boundaries. Okay, yung limit or physical, sabihin natin doon sa may mga bandang perimeter area natin as you can see in the picture para makita din natin, especially kapag yung in-install mo is only full view fences, di ba? Full view fences are those concertina wire, chain link, those could be easily destroyed or penetrate. Okay, pwede lang nilang gamitin yan or gamitan yan ng mga cutter. So yun, madali nilang mapasok or masira. Cutter, grinder, and anything na pwedeng pangkat ng wire. So yun, napakadali. Mas maganda rin dyan. They should be installed also with protective lightings as you can see in our picture para makita natin kung meron bang naninira or nagbe-break ng mga barriers or perimeter fences natin na yun. So, yun lamang po yung tinutukoy natin. Those are only the 4 common principles in installation of protective lightings na meron tayo dyan sa notes natin.